Hi, I'm Lee with Review.com, and I'm here talking about Vizio's 2017 E-Series. Vizio's come out with a TV series called the E-Series for the last few years, and every year what it tries to do is give people like a taste of really cool TV tech at like really good, affordable prices. So this year, it introduces HDR, or high dynamic range. So if you're not familiar with HDR or high dynamic range, it's a catch-all sort of thing that includes a number of TV tech upgrades, primarily which is 4K resolution, which a lot of TVs have now, but it also usually means more color and a higher brightness range. The 2017 E-Series might be a little confusing if you're in the market for it because it's available in a bunch of screen sizes. The smallest one's like a 32-inch, the biggest one's 80 inches, and they differ quite a bit, so the smallest one isn't even 4K, and you don't get HDR until you get to 55 inches and up. So the 55-inch, which we reviewed, starts around $500, and getting a 55-inch 4K HDR smart TV for $500 is a pretty crazy deal, but it's because Vizio sort of made a lot of sacrifices, and this is what they do every year. The design's really nothing special, it's just black plastic. You get the SmartCast platform, which is kind of neat, kind of annoying, because you have to have a second screen device like a phone or a tablet. If you don't see yourself wanting to use a smartphone or a tablet while you use your TV every day, you might want to look at something else. It's not the best HDR TV from a strictly performance standpoint either. So it doesn't really get very bright, and it's not very colorful. It doesn't come anywhere near the color we've seen on some of the like HDR premium sets that are coming out this year and last year. And in fact, it's not as good as some of the Vizio TVs last year that had HDR. In terms of just regular non-HDR viewing, it's still as good as it always was. I mean, the E-Series sort of originally earned its accolades for being like surprisingly good for how cheap it is, and that's still the case here. The funny thing with the E-Series is its biggest competition might actually be from other Vizio TVs. So Vizio has just also announced the new D-Series, and the D-Series is a step down from the E-Series, and that's maybe a better choice if you really are like, I don't care about HDR at all, I just want to get like a 4K TV that looks good and plays regular content. You might just want to go with the D-Series. If you're like, well, if I'm going to spend this kind of money anyway, I'll spend a couple $100 more and get something that does like impressive HDR, you can actually go for either last year's M-Series or wait until this year's comes out, because that one is positioned not just to do HDR compatibility, but to do good-looking HDR and Dolby Vision content. So to read the rest of the review and see all of our test results and pictures, head over to review.com.